You may have guessed by now that I'm not Shay Healy, but in any event, my name is John McColgan, and myself and Shay and other colleagues have been working on this celebration night, and it's a very special night, and I know that every single one of you out there who have bought your tickets for tonight love Shay Healy, as I do. Thank you. It's a loving. It's a celebration of a life well lived. Shay has had Parkinson's for 15 years, and he's the bravest, most resilient, funny man that I know. We just want you to sit back and bathe in the warm glow of love and admiration for Shay Healy. On with the video.
Thank you. You're wasting my standing up time here. I can only last for so long. Thank you. For those of you who haven't seen me for a long time, this is what I look like now. And for those of you who've never seen me before, this is what I look like now. The face has got a bit longer, the ears stick out a bit more. In fact, I have to get a license from the Irish Aviation Society to walk abroad with these ears. They're afraid I might take off for America on the sly. Anybody under 50, your parents will explain the show to you on the way home in the car. It's a feast of wonderful talent, and I'm so honoured, and I'm so chuffed that I can hardly express myself to say what a privilege it is to be in front of you tonight, and to still be here. It's a bit like being at my own funeral without having to die. And that becomes soon enough. Now, back in my career, at one stage, I took a great leap of faith and I joined a band called the Two Aegis. Myself and Angus McAnally. And in case I tie up, the Parkinson's sometimes affects my speech, I have Angus in the wings ready to come to my aid at any moment. But also, we thought we might reprise a few of our great hits from our days on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Two Aegis, we did 3 gigs, one of which was in Limerick in the Bell Table, and when it finished, I overheard Shay speaking to his lovely late wife Dimna on the phone, and the conversation went as follows. Yeah, no, not huge, no. They enjoyed it, yeah. No, not a huge crowd, no. Yeah, £19. No, between us. That's true, isn't it?
And then we went to Scariff.
Yeah.
And we skated to Scariff. And we got to Sligo to the Hawkswell. And the way we did the show, we both went on at the beginning, and then Angus would come on and do a solo spot, do his magic and wear his red and his yellow shoes. And as he was coming off the stage, a flashlight went up along his body and shone in his face. And a voice said, "Are you one of them?"
That's true.
And Angus said, "One of what?" Who? He said, "2 fellas escaped from Roscommon jail today."
And just to show you the kind of guy that Shay still is, we stay in touch regularly. He's called me Aggie for 40 years. And he rang me today and I said, "How are you, Shay?" He said, "How am I?" He says, "I'm a sniper's worst nightmare."
We did a lot of parodies.
Yeah,
in the show.
a lot of you don't know that apart from all the fantastic, like, kind of Eurovision songs that he wrote, he also wrote a whole heap of little parodies, right? And we just thought we might share some of those with you. Now,
Just
bear in mind, written at a different time.
snippets.
Snippets. Listen to the lyrics of the wonder that is the magic, that is the brilliance of that bizarre brain that is Shay Healy. You talk like Benji Real, and you dance like me hollow hair. Your clothes, they are all made by Dunn stores, and the dandruff is thick in your hair, on your dress, on your shoes. They say you have friends in high places. Charlie Hockey was a good friend, they say, and he gave you a racehorse for Christmas. And fucked off on Stevens' day. Sorry, I am sorry. Shay, we can't, hang on.
Well,
we can't do that.
We do something
we talked about that.
sophisticated.
We can't do it, Shay.
We do something
These
sophisticated.
are people into Gaiety.
Look, sophisticated.
Oh, well, actually, a bit more sophisticated. Sorry, ladies, I do apologise. I bet this dick drinks champagne. The alcohol doesn't help him at all. He's a terrible bore through and through. And I bet that dick is with you. He has a P for a brain. It's really sad. His IQ is so bad that you add 1 and 1 and make 2. And I bet that dick is with you. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Shay rang me one day and he said, "Angus, we have to do something about this, the evil of drug addiction in Ireland today." And he said, "I don't normally write very serious songs," but he did in this instance. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and my papa. She said, "Son, you're a disgrace, your poor old mother couldn't you be like your brother and not go smoking the green, green grass at home? Down the road I looked.
There's my Mary.
There's my Mary. Her face all warts and her chest all hairy. She hasn't changed a bit since the day that I was leaving. They say she's taking pills and there's no stopping. The neighbors, they call her Mary Poppins. I wish she stuck to the green, green grass of home. He's some man. We'll do one last one, ladies and gentlemen, and I know it's early in the night, but this is audience participation. There is a piece for you to sing in this, and we'll be more than delighted and humbled if you would indeed join in when we get to the relevant point. All will become clear. Do you remember a guy called Captain O'Cana flying a Learjet, heading to Shannon, runs out of fuel, rings Shannon, and they say, "You're not going to get to Shannon. We don't want you to crash, but there's a fantastic race course in
Mallow.
Why don't you land in Mallow?" So the Mexican landed in Mallow. And how did they get him out?
They built a runway.
They built a runway. And while they were building the runway, which took a long time...
I know it's the first Mexican-Irish song ever written.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is again culture, Mexican-Irish cooperation of the highest order.
In Mexico City, where the girls have big titties, I first set my eyes on Conchita Malone,
where she wheels her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive, oh. She wasn't a fishmonger, and sure was no wonder, for her home was a good 1,000 miles from the shore. She said, don't trust the tortilla, cause they really kill you. Try tacos and mussels, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive.
It was an old windy night in Mallow.
She didn't die of a fever.
'Twas a chilly Caesar.
Montezumi's revenge caught her up in the end.
But now a ghost wheels her barrow
through streets broad and narrow, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, ole alive, oh, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive. Let's hear you, Gaiety. Ole alive, oh, crying tacos and mussels, ole alive. Shay, love you. Love you, man. Shay,
We never identified which was the first digit or the second digit in that, by the way. So we just leave it the way it is. My first guest is a man who, he's here for two reasons. I admire him greatly as a songwriter. And he also was the first man who prompted me to sing What's Another Year in public, in public Tipperary. I haven't looked back since. And he's flying, he's had over 150 songs recorded by different artists. And he's from the parish of the Han in County Limerick. And if any of your hurling fans, you know that that's the birthplace of Mick Backey, the great Limerick hurler. Will you welcome please on stage Mr. Don Mescal.
What a legend he is, huh? What a lot of people maybe don't know also is when I started off as a songwriter, Shay was kind enough to pay for my first CD. Imagine that. He's still looking for that money back, actually. This is a little song we wrote together called Fields of Glory.
Put your
hands together, come on. I was born in the country where people admire the great sporting heroes, how they aspire to stand upon mountains and always be winners, but never give less than their all. I once met an old man who told me great stories of legends of old, who played hard for the glory of lifting that cup in the moment of triumph. His memories kept me enthralled. On the fields of glory, on the fields where boys become men, on the fields of glory, may the best team win in the end. Supporting their teams with the true sense of grace, or the handfuls of people with hope in their faces. They come from the townland, the parish, the village, their banners they proudly unfurl. An anthem of hope is a song they'll be singing as the whistle it blows and the game it begins, and the roar of the crowd it goes up to the heavens. It sends out a clarion call to the fields of glory. Up Limerick, to the fields where boys become men. On the fields of glory, may the best team win. I'm dreaming of Ireland and fine summer weather, a crowd of young lads playing hurling together, all hoping that someday the call they will answer to play for the place they call home. On the fields of glory, on the fields where boys become men. The fields of glory, may the best team win in the end. Down on the fields of glory, may the best team win in the end. What do I say about the man, the legend who is Shay Healy? There's so many things to say, but one of the things that I could say is I encouraged him to come on a tour with me about 3 or 4 years ago, where he opened the show for me. on 6 or 7 dates around Ireland, and it was the biggest mistake of my life. Because basically, by the time I went on, nobody was interested at all. Every night he stole the show. In fact, one night he said to me in Waterford, he said, look, the Parkinson's is very bad tonight. I might not play the guitar. And I was thinking, I might have a hope tonight. No, fuck it, he did it again. So I love the guy. Does anybody like a bit of country music? So bring the guitar down a little bit in the monitor on this one, please. So we wrote this in the car driving from Waterford to Limerick on that tour. A lot of the lyrics I have to leave out because basically they're just too dirty. That was Shay's part, it wasn't my part. And it's called Keep It Country. I like it. Hey, come on, put your hands together. My baby thinks I'm kind of crazy. In my boots and Stetson hat. Lately she's come round to thinking, being country, where's it at? She didn't know what she was missing, till I said, honey, turn that down. Now she's a fan of Alan Jackson, Kenny Chesney drives her wild. So keep it cool, keep it cowboy, keep it country, keep it as real as a good old mountain song. That's right. And when you feel like your aching heart is home where it belongs, that's when it's cool, that's when it's cowboy, that's when it's country. I heard her singing in the shower, mister, I wouldn't dare complain. She pulled her hair back off her forehead, she looked just like Shania Twain. She said I sounded just like Haggard, and I'm Reba's biggest fan. But most of all, she worships Tammy, for always standing by her man. Put your hands together, let's see you, come on. Keep it cool, keep it cowboy, keep it country, that's it. Keep it as real as a good old mountain song. And when you feel like your aching heart is home where it belongs, that's when it's cool, that's when it's cowboy, that's when it's country. That's what I did. On the next stage at the Opry, where all the guests have on their hats, she said hello to Stella Parton. She got a wing from Rascal Flats. Oh, pretty soon we're gonna get there, 'cause I can feel it in my bones, holding hands with one another like Tammy did with Jones. Oh baby, let's go cut a record. I found a song for us to sing. I buy myself a nudie jacket, rinse it up with all no bling. We'll say goodbye to 9 to 5 and take Johnny Paycheck strong advice. We'll tell them take their jobs and shove it. We found a better way of life. Come on, everybody! Keep it cool, keep it cowboy, keep it country. Keep it as real as a good old mountain song. And when you feel like your aching heart is home where it belongs, that's when it's cool, that's when it's cowboy, that's when it's country. That's when it's cool, that's when it's cowboy, that's when it's country. Keep it country, everybody!
It's always a great pleasure to bring on somebody new, somebody who's exciting, has a career ahead of them that's going to be marvellous. She had a surprise hit, got over 1 million hits on YouTube with a song called Jealous of the Angels. And tonight she's going to sing 2 songs. She's going to sing that song. She's from Omagh, and her name is Donna Taggart. Donna, come out here and say hello to us. Were you overwhelmed when you got all those hits?
Sorry, Shay?
Were you overwhelmed?
Was I overwhelmed? That's an understatement. I had just had my third baby, and he was 8 months old at the time. I had emailed Pat Egan, who I think's in the audience, a fortnight before to say, can you give me a hand putting on a few shows? And he goes, nobody knows who you are. So about a fortnight later, I said, there's 12 million hits on this song. And within a week, and it's at 200 million now.
200 million?
And I'm just taking a breath.
That's fantastic.
Life has been, I worked in the I had been recording for many years, but I had worked in the NHS with children on the autism spectrum. So to go from the day job, 9 to 5, and a part-time musician, to sold-out concerts was a bit of an adjustment.
How big was the glass of wine you drank?
Here, it wasn't a glass at all, it was a couple of bottles.
You're going to sing for us?
I am indeed. I'm going to sing one of your own.
Very good.
This is Absence of Romance. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He lives at home with his mother and sister, sits alone at his desk every day. Sometimes he goes for a drink with the boys, but finds that he says there ain't nothing to say. She lives alone in a 2-room apartment. All day she answers telephones. At night she turns her radio on to drown out the silence of being alone. Absence of romance is driving them crazy. Absence of romance is driving them mad. All they can think of is someone to love them, something that they've never had. The closest he ever gets to a woman is turning pages in a magazine. He hangs his fantasies up on the wall and dreams about places he's never been. She gets her man from the pages of novels, from movies she sees by herself. Sometimes she cries herself to sleep and dreams about waking as somebody else. Absence of romance is driving them crazy. Absence of romance is driving them mad. All they can think of is someone to love them, something that they've never had. They are two lost lovers who are never gonna meet, passing each other every day, but they're never gonna make it. They are never gonna speak. They're never gonna know the words to say. They're never gonna know the words to say. Absence of romance is driving them crazy. Absence of romance is driving them mad. All they can think of is someone to love them, something that they've never had. Absence of romance is driving them crazy. Absence of romance is driving them mad. All they can think of is someone to love you, something that they've never had.
Thank you very, very much. Are you all having a good night so far? Good. Enjoying yourselves? Well, I have to say it's a huge privilege and honour to be asked by Shay tonight to come along. As a relatively new artist, I've only been doing this for 3 years. It has certainly given me a lot of confidence and a lot of encouragement. When Shay Healy gives you the green light, I was saying to him, hopefully I'll have a career that spans as long as his. So we'll give him a huge round of applause. This song is the one that really kicked off my career on a huge level. It was a song that I had recorded around the time that I had lost my second child, Micheál. And it's one which resonates with all of us. All of us have been through grief and loss at some point in our lives. You know, if you love, you lost. And the song, as I say, has reached 200 million hits right across social media platforms. And when people say, you know, what has been the success to the song, I answer simply, it's the truth. You know, when music has honesty and sincerity and connection, that is when a song really has power. And it's a real privilege to sing it for you tonight. This is Jealous of the Angels.
Didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming. You're not really gone as long as I believe. And there will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. You always made my troubles feel so small, and you were always there to catch me when I'd fall. In a world where heroes come and go, well, God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can, longing for the day when I see your face again. But until then, God must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight, singing hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.
The next man we have on is a very old friend of mine. We've recorded many songs together. And he made a burst for freedom in 1994 when he was part of a duo that won the Eurovision Song Contest. Unfortunately, it coincided with the year that Riverdance came out. But they lived past it and they triumphed. And their song is now part of the Irish repertoire. Would you welcome please on stage Mr. Paul Harrington?
Well, you know what's fantastic? It's great to hear people singing. I've been singing it now for 25 years. It's 25 years old now, nearly as old as myself. And yay. But I mean, it's the old grey whistle test thing. It's wonderful, and it's wonderful to have a song. I heard your preamble and talking about the year of Riverdance, which is for me, it's great to be associated with something such a huge, successful event. Anyway, Shay, this night is about you. It's what I want to tell you, and I'd like to say it in front of several witnesses. It's just a great pleasure and an honour to be here tonight to kind of, I suppose, pay tribute to you, your life. I mean, I remember the first time I ever saw your name back in, it was around probably 1969. I was 9 years of age, and my brothers might come. Hey, what's all that laughing about? That's true. Jesus. Oh, see, that's it. You tell the truth and it backfires. There it is. So anyway, but my two late brothers, Robert and Derek, did an album called Molly Malone, and the first time I ever saw Shay Healy's name was on the sleeve notes on the album. And Shay was always like a household name in our house, and of course your household name in Ireland, and that's from a long time ago. And genuinely, I was just chatting with some of the people involved in the show tonight. It's amazing to be in this theatre, looking at all the photos on the walls of all the people who've gone through here and the great history attached to here and all the great Irish performers. And, you are a superstar, and I'm just curious about the jacket. Do you have to water that at night time?
It's a picture of an explosion in the sweet shop.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Anyway, there it is. Good to be here. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to sing a little tune, but I'm going to do my best. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Harrington.
Thanks so much. Thank you. So, anyway, this song I recorded a lot of years ago. That was one of the great pleasures as well, to be recording. Apart from going to parties in Shay Healy's house to work with them and do some of these songs, but this is a song that I particularly like, and I played it about a week and a half ago to my wife and daughter. And we both, we just looked at each other and said, God, this is our little story, and delighted to do it and sing it. It's called Lucky Stars, and Jimmy's going to lead this off, I hope.
From the very first moment I was certain nothing was gonna stop me, I walked right up to you, asked if you'd like to dance, and when you smiled, I knew that heaven had sent an angel down to me. And I thank my lucky stars. Let me tell you the way I feel about you, the pleasure it is to know that you are here beside me, somebody I can talk to now. I know for sure that heaven has sent an angel down to me, and I thank my lucky stars. And when we're out there dancing, there's such an air of romance, it's like nobody else is out there on the floor, spinning me round and round so my feet don't touch the ground. Oh, I'm so dizzy like I've never been before. Just the thought of another night beside you is making my heart beat faster, 'cause I know your kisses are tender but full of fire. When I hold you close, I know that heaven has sent an angel down to me, and I thank my lucky stars. such an air of romance. It's like nobody else is out there on the floor, spinning me round and round so my feet don't touch the ground. Though I'm so dizzy like I've never been before. It's so hard to find someone who is special, someone to share your life with. You're my true companion, the friend that I've always longed for. All my prayers are answered. Heaven has sent an angel down to me, and I thank my lucky, and I thank my lucky, and I thank my lucky star.
Thanks so much. So back to 1994, 25 years ago. It's a song called Rock and Roll Kids. Why not?
I remember 62. I was 16 and so were you, and we lived next door on the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too. Blue jeans, blue suede shoes, and we never knew what life held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore. We were the rock and roll kids when rock and roll was all we did, and listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine, but that was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. Now Johnny's in love with the girl next door. Mary's down at the record store. They don't want to be around us no more. Golden oldies, but we hardly speak. Too busy running to a different beat. Hard to understand that we were once like them. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. Give us a dig out if you like. We were rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did. Listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll, no, no. We just never seem to rock and roll anymore.
Thank you very much.
I came home from America in 1975. I had no name and no reputation because I'd thrown that away casually. And so I tried to go out and gig, very unsuccessfully. Along came my longtime friend and saviour, John McColgan. And he said, RT2 is just starting up and we'd like you to do some publicity for it. And I got dug into it. And despite the fact that a member of the third floor wanted to be sacked because my hair was too long, So they said, we have to find a taking job and put him into it. I suddenly found myself as the acting press and information executive for RT2.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to Channel 2.
Hi, my name is Sammy Davis Jr., and I'm very proud indeed to be a part of the opening festivities of Ireland's second national TV channel, RTE2.
Who is he?
We have a singer coming on now that is a great pal of mine, but she's also the most fantastic singer. And it's a great pleasure to welcome on stage the one and only Niamh Kavanagh. From humble bank clerk to superstar.
Well, Shay, look at us. We look like the perfect couple, Shay.
Bonnie and Clyde. Or Laurel and Hardy. I'd like you to sing Edge of the Universe.
Oh, I love that song. Thank you very much.
It's very special. I wrote it for my wife.
You did.
It's been a talisman for me for 20 years. So I enjoy hearing you sing it.
Oh, thank you.
Niamh Kavanagh.
Thank you. Open like a flower, let the light inside. You've been lost in the dark for so long now. Though you know you really tried, you'll be a mother and you'll be a lover. Sometimes you'll really feel like giving in, but the miracle of touching someone new has let a whole new life begin. And you were standing on the edge of the universe, getting ready to jump into space, but you're finding it really hard to let go, 'cause the earth is such a solid place. And on this truly incredible journey, when you're following your own star, you've got to trust in yourself, believe in your heart, and you'll discover who you are. Follow your star. Follow your star. Follow your star. Follow your star. Fight your fear of failure. Listen to your heart. You've been denying yourself for such a long time now that you're starting to enjoy the part. But everybody needs a little romance. Everybody only gets one chance. And when the music is finally dying away, you'll be sorry if you haven't danced. And you were standing on the edge of the universe, getting ready to jump into space, but you're finding it really hard to let go, 'cause the earth is such a solid place. And on this truly incredible journey, as you're following your own star, you've got to trust in yourself, believe in your heart, and you might discover who you are. Follow your star. Follow your star. Follow your star. Follow your star. So I have to say I was a little nervous there because Shay has been a hero of mine and also a great friend for a very long time. And I love that song, and it was so important for me to do it right. So now I can take a deep breath and go, thank God. And I have to say the lads have done an amazing job because I put them under pressure. And my mother will be delighted because I'm wearing a dress. I don't do it very often, right? And but it's Shay, so I made an effort. I put a good dress on. I got the heels on. Look at the heels. I'm just showing up. Thank you, Jimmy. I won't be able to walk tomorrow. Okay, so this is a wonderful moment because obviously you had Paul on earlier and I was in the room when he won that. And the reason I was in the room when he won that, because I won the year before. Yeah, no, well, I didn't. Jimmy did. The songwriter, because it's always about the songwriter, isn't it? So Jimmy wrote this amazing song called In Your Eyes. Showing no emotions, my feelings locked inside. I made myself an island, tried to take my heart and hide. Built a wall around me, afraid of letting go. But suddenly an open door I never saw before. Love's been building bridges between your heart and mine. I'm safe here on my island, but I'm out on the edge this time. Built a wall around me, thought I'd save myself the pain, but your touch swept me away. Now I'll never play it safe again. When I look in your eyes.
The next man wasn't born, he was actually invented. He's a character beyond characters. He is an authentic person beyond belief. He believes in what he believes very firmly, and he states his case very certainly. And he's also very entertaining and very instrumental. And he's the one and only Finbar Fury. Now, you want to sit down?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll accommodate you. Anything you want. 40 years ago.
We can share a half a seat each, look. Would be the first time.
No, you tell them. The first song I ever had recorded was by Finbar and his brother Eddie. And it was a song about the travellers. And at that time, there was a great movement in Ireland called a man called Father Healy. Had a great movement going. And my mother was very involved. And I became enamoured of the whole thing. And I wrote this song. And I was privileged to have two fine singers and two fine brothers. And the song has endured ever since, and it's become part of, I suppose, a repertoire of songs all over the place. Irish heritage. I like that, yeah, I like that.
I remember when Shay, it was back in it would have been the time of Mick McCarthy in the Embankment. Talking about 1963 now, 64. And Shay, there was Grattan Puxton came over and did a thing with the travelling people. And Shay had written this song for and he gave the song to Eddie and I, and we brought it all over the world with us. And it's a fantastic song. It's called In a Cloud of Dust We Roam. And it's just perfect for the time. And he was amazing towards the appeal at the time for travelling people to be housed and education for the kids, and we were all a part of that. And Grattan Puxton was there, if you remember.
Sure do, yeah.
He got a great book out of it, but that was about it he did for the travelling people. That was it.
Oh, the royalties.
I remember my father at the time saying to me, what's going to happen when the students go back to college in September?
I remember the best thing about your dad. We were doing a concert one night for the travellers, and there was a guest green room for the performers. And who did they put in charge of the bar?
Yeah,
your dad. We had a great night.
I'd say so. He'd be giving you over the top. I shall have another two while they're there. Yeah, they were great days. I must tell you a story about when Manfred Mann came to Ireland years ago. Would have been in the 60s. And of course Eddie and Shay at the time were into rock and roll, and my brother Eddie. So they went to see Manfred Mann anyway. Next day there was a big cry on the radio. Their mouth organs were missing. And the wires for the guitars. At the time you couldn't get the leads for guitars, and I said to Eddie, you didn't. And Eddie said, no, would we? So Manfred Mann nearly had to cancel the tour because of this pair robbed the mouth organs and stole the words from the guitars. Him and Eddie, you'll never forget it. That's how far back we go back. You were about 17, 18 at the time, I know. You were older than me anyway.
You're not as old as Paul Harrington.
Nobody is as old as Paul Harrington. You know, we have coffee mornings now. We're thinking of making a TV programme out of it. Coffee morning with Shay, you know. And the best crack is the pair of us, I pick them up around 11 o'clock and we go across the road to the cafe and we have 3 big, huge cups of coffee. Now, you think we're hyper going over there. You want to just see us trying to cross the street, trying to get back. The pair of us. And we have a
darting between the cars.
That's it. We have everybody wanting to join this coffee morning. It's very special now, you know. So phone Shay up for coffee morning and we'll all meet up. That would be nice.
Are you going to sing this song, are we?
Yeah, I'll sing the song. You're going to sing it? You want to sing it with me?
Yeah.
You sit there and I'll put the mic between us. If I can remember the words.
I'll prompt you.
It's not long ago, you know. 63. We've got Jimmy Smith behind us. We have.
Yeah, right here.
You're right, Jim. It's great to see Jimmy back on the road again. Give him a big hand. In a cloud of dust we roam, covered wagons down a country road. Happy people laugh and sing, For here the bells of freedom rings away, and the countryside is still room. Now the town, it's drawing so near. Parents' eyes began to shift with fear as our children still play on, never knowing they could never settle down. Watch it. And make the town their home. Of the camp, the fires are hot. Hungry children gather around the pot, but some will go to bed tonight without a bite of food nor heat nor light, because the town, it's not their own. At the dawning of the day, people come and tell us go away. We don't want your likes here. You bring dirt, disease, and to our children fear. Come on, get out. This town's not your own. So once more, we're on the run. Watch it. Out to face the cruel wind and the sun. Land of saints and scholars, we have lost the precious gift of charity, and we don't recognize our own. In the cloud of dust, covered wagons down a country road, a land of saints and scholars. We have lost the precious gift of charity, and we don't recognize our own. Lovely. All right, sir.
I leave them to you. They never like them.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had some great times with Shay through the years. I remember the first time we played in the Embankment, and it wasn't the big room at the time. Mick McCarthy, or the Mayor's Mick, he was great. And we brought Shay up, myself and Eddie. And he'd written this song called Right Says She and Her Knickers Fell Off. And Mick was very religious, you know, McCarthy. So we put Shay up on stage anyway. And he sort of, right, said Shay, and the knickers fell off. And Mick McCarthy says, who's that dirty little bollocks? Get him off the stage immediately. But he was you couldn't be safe with Shay. Someone come out. Anyway, I think you'll like this. Before I do it, I'd like to thank Jimmy and the rest of the lads behind me here for their great music. So we just try and groove this a bit. There's a city on the West Bank, it could be Derry. There's a freedom fighter born to die each day. There's a dark-eyed Muslim lady, she mourns her lover, and she falls upon her knees with her child she prays. There's a city down in Australia, could be England. There was a black man said during time belonged to him. There's an open range of desert in the bushland where these people danced with God before the sun. The skies over Africa still growing, and Greek can burn the soul for power and sing. Or the racist fools who taught to conquer freedom said God was white and the world belonged to him. What do you mean? Blood skies over Africa still growing, and Greek and born the soul for power and sing. All the racist fools who taught to conquer freedom said God was white and the world belonged to him. There's a city out in Africa, should be heaven. There was a white man said this land belonged to him. There was a Serengeti lady, she cleaned his dishes to educate her son, he'd fight one day. Blood skies over Africa still growing, and Greek can burn the soul for power and sing. Or the racist fools who taught to conquer freedom said God was white and the world belonged to him. When there's nothing left but tears to feed your children, when the land your father loved, the stranger bleeds, when the earth beneath your feet cries out for justice, poverty is a dangerous man to meet. Blood skies over Africa still growing, and Greek and born the soul for power insane. The racist fools who taught to conquer freedom said God was white, God was blank, God was red, God was blue, God was yellow, God was white, and the world belongs to Him.
What a wonderful career after Eurovision. You saw the various different TV shows there. We had a fantastic year together on Evening Extra and the birthday show and all of those familiar faces and more of Nighthawks later. This is the brilliance and the magic of another great Irishman, Christy Hennessy, and this is Roll Back the Clouds. I've been sitting here so long for you to hear my song, but all you want to know, have I been on the radio? Who's the biggest star I've seen? What is my favorite scene? And if I get the job, would I sing on Mars? Yes, sir, I would sing on Mars. I'd play upon a star. I'd sing songs of the sun. And when my job was done, I would say I love you so. And I'd like to play one more, just to all young lovers for the road. Tell me, sir, yeah, just how far I need to go to be a star. I have known my highs and lows. I've worked in every show. I've played in every town and brought some houses down. Yet critics never noticed me. I'm not a star, you see, and yet I give my heart to every part. I would stand for hours and hours. I'd wade through sun and showers with my dancing shoes and my dreams on view. I'd walk upon an empty stage with one light in my face, to be told, don't phone us, but we'll phone you. Every day the same old scenes, the same old happenings, 100 miles of shows, and yet no place to go. And when your luck is all run out, you're asked to take a bow. You've just stolen the show, but now you're on your own. Yes, sir. Me a star, I am a star. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful young lady coming on the stage now who has everything. You know the way sometimes they say the Lord doesn't give you everything? Well, sometimes he or she or it does, because this lady can sing, she can dance, she can act, and she is just vivacious, brilliant and fantastic. Will you please welcome Lisa Lamb.
Angus McNally, woo! Hello everybody. It is a real honour to be here tonight with you all, and to be here for our very special friend Shay Healy. I first stood on this stage, age 3, where my dad would bring me to the Gaiety pantos. He's here tonight. Hi, Dad. And this first song we're going to do is a really special song that I was part of this very special show called The Wiremen. Yeah. And with the wonderful Jimmy Smith. And Shay wrote this beautiful song, and it's the title of tonight's show. This is In My Life. Life is a beautiful, wonderful miracle. From the moment we're born, each life is unique, and nobody knows where it might lead. We each have a soul, and we each have a destiny that we're bound to fulfill. And these are the things I am hoping will happen to me.
want to spread my wings. I want to touch the sky. I want to walk in sunshine. I want to laugh and cry. And I want to raise the wind till my senses are all alive. I want to fall in love with someone. That's what I want in my life. Love is a magical, mystical power. We all need to be loved, and happiness follows love wherever it goes. And maybe my greatest dream seems impossible, but as long as there's love, I'd keep chasing rainbows and keep reaching out for the gold. I want to spread my wings. I want to touch the sky. I want to walk in sunshine. I want to laugh and cry. And I want to raise the wind till my senses are all alive. I want to fall in love with someone. That's what I want in my life. I have a prayer, I have a wish, I have my hopes aimed high, that all of my dreams will someday come true. And then like a bird I'll fly. I want to spread my wings. I want to touch the sky. I want to walk in sunshine. And I want to laugh and cry. And I want to raise the wind till my senses are all alive. I want to fall in love with someone. That's what I want in my life. I want to fall in love with someone. That's what I want in my life. In my life.
Thank you so much. A wonderful band. Woo. Mr. Shay Healy.
That's beautiful.
Hi, pal.
I cried.
Did you cry?
I did.
I'm sorry I made you cry.
Listen,
A
you.
happy cry, I hope.
Yeah, you have an album.
I have an album, I do. It's going to come out
Plug
after...
it straight out there.
Well, Shay and I got the memo, I think, tonight, did we?
Yeah,
Colour
we did,
coordinated. I love this man so much. Shay, you've been part of my life.
Well, you were part of the Wireman, which was a great thrill for me.
I loved it so much. It was on this very stage.
Very
I was
stage.
leaping around. In my mind, I was in Mayo. We were all in Mayo, weren't we?
We were all in Mayo. Well, I wasn't leaping around.
I did the lapping around. It
Tell
was
us about your
beautiful.
album.
So the album is coming out. I have a new album called Juniper that I wrote this year, and it's coming out after Christmas. And it was a beautiful project that I spent a lot of time in the west of Ireland writing, and falling in love with nature and the endless starry skies. And I want to tell you about this next song, Shay. I haven't sung it live before.
Wow.
And I want to sing it tonight because the lyric to me is about you, really. I guess it's a very special lyric. It's about, I suppose calling on the stars and the sky and nature to mind you when your heart is happy and sad.
You're on
and
my
all
team.
things. And so, Shay, I want the audience to sing this with me tonight. It's easy, the chorus, when we get to the end, actually. But it's for you, and it's called All the Stars Are Shining Down, because Shay Healy, all the stars are shining down on you. I love you. Thank you. I'll take off the shoes.
Something else, wasn't looking to be saved. The tide's still the same, but I'm here like a new day, a heavenly start. I wasn't looking to be saved, I wasn't looking for your heart. Take this love and make it go. Take my hand to love and hope, and all the stars are shining down. I wasn't needing to get lost, running wild with the night. Wasn't looking for the answer in the back of my mind. There's a reason to be here, a holy reason why. Like a tide, I feel like the tightrope of time. Take this love and make it go, and take my hand to love and hope, and all the stars are shining down. The diamond sky lights the way, colliding spirits of yesterday. Ooh, we are here for only one more day. So take my heart, ooh, take my heart. I was fine before you came, wasn't needing something else. I wasn't looking to be saved. The tide faithfully the same. Ooh, take this love and make it go, and take my hand to love and hope. Ooh, take these words, the stories of old, and all the stars Shay. And all the stars are shining. Sing for the ones you love. All the stars are shining. Keep going, so beautiful. We love you, Shay, Healy. And all the stars are shining. And all shining, and all the stars are shining, and all the stars are shining. Thank you so much. Beautiful singing. Shay, Healy, we love you. Thank you, Jimmy Smith and the band.
I know what you're thinking. Who's this fella? Just in the interests of balance, I don't actually like Shay Healy. And I'm only here because I owe him €40. So I said to do 4 minutes of poems. I have more, but he said 4 minutes. So they're Irish poems because I wrote them. So first off, any English people in? Welcome to Europe. The exits are here, 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 and through the agreement you entered on the 1st of January 1973. So just, a couple of quick poems. This first poem is called The Profit Margin in Cinema Popcorn Sales. Huge. This next poem I don't have long. This next one's called The Fat Bees. Fat bees, they buzz, they fly, but they don't get up that high. Okay, this next one's a topical one. Obesity is rampant in Ireland at the moment, so I thought I'd fix that by writing a poem called Obesity. Obesity is so prevalent in Ireland, they're thinking of putting an apostrophe after the O. And a biscuit beside the T. Milk, bread, eggs, Pringles, firelighter. Sorry, don't know how that got in there. That's a shopping list. As you can tell by my accent, I went to a very posh school. The bully, Matthew, in our school was actually from Peru. We used to call him Matthew Beat You. Sorry, I don't get it either. This one's called Ryvita. Ryvita was first made in 1927, although you'd be forgiven for thinking it was all made then. Mentioned earlier on stage, we actually have a couple of actual legends in the room, and earlier mentioned was Pat Egan, who's in the room somewhere, and if you look at any photograph of any person as he walked through this amazing building, Pat Egan probably made them at a mala. So fair play. I think a round of applause for Pat Egan. And the only person in the room older than Pat Egan and Shay Healy, a legend who's played this stage many times over the years. We have the incredible Sil Fox is in the room, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, Sil has played on this stage many, many times. That's possibly the first round of applause you ever got there, Sil.
Anyway, I'll leave you with a couple of quick ones. I'll just take the opportunity. It's a very nostalgic kind of an evening and very sad. Shay's cried a couple of times already. He won't be crying during my bit. But anyway, and I've no albums coming out. Anyway, I'd like to do a quick tribute to my grandfather who spent all his life in Malahide, where he died recently. You live by the swords, you die by the swords. That's all that is. Okay, and just we'll finish with a little bit of politics. If you could just dim the lights for the last poem, that'd be... Yeah, that's bang on. Okay, so the final poem, a little bit of politics, goes like this. Mitchell O'Connor, Boucher Hayes, Healy Eames, Boyd Barrett, Gagan Quinn, Cooper Flynn, Healy Ray. Sometimes 2 barrels aren't enough. Enjoy the rest of your night. Shay, you're a diamond.
At the age of 47, a man called David Blake Knox conceived an idea for a chat show set in a diner. And it changed my life. And it's become a part of the folklore of Ireland. And I'm referring, of course, to the wonderful show that was Nighthawks and all the wonderful people who worked on it. It was a true collective. And it was, everybody contributed their talent. And there was no lines of demarcation between us. We all had a good time doing it. We drank our fill, and we made people happy. And thankfully, we only did 289 programs, and that was it. It finished. So people can never say it was crap. It never got to the stage where it got to be crap. So can we have a little poke at a few bits from Nighthawk?
The tapping of the telephones of journalists Bruce Arnold and Geraldine Kennedy during the term of the 1982 Fianna Fáil government resulted in the expulsion from the Fianna Fáil parliamentary party of the former Minister for Justice, Sean Doherty. In a recorded RTE interview on the Nighthawks programme tonight, Mr Doherty, who's now Cathaoirleach of the Seanad, said that he felt let down by the fact that people knew what he was doing to prevent the leaks from the cabinet. During the interview, Mr Doherty said he was only carrying out cabinet wishes that the leaks be stopped.
One of the methods that was decided upon was the telephone tapping of phones, and anybody else that says otherwise or tries to abandon himself or herself from that situation is not telling the truth.
You took the rap, at least people perceived that you took the rap for Charlie Haughey on the bugging thing. You bit the bullet, and you were the one who was vilified. Now he is the man who is seen as the demon.
All that remains for me now is to wish you Kalasov, agus Bannock Day of Galer. Good night.
The night we brought old Charlie down, and all the bells were ringing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you appreciate as much as I do the wonderful music that's come tonight from this band here.
Thank you, Shay. I'm Jimmy. I'm proud to be a friend of Seamus, who's not only been a huge influence on me growing up, watching him in Hullabaloo. You don't even remember that, Seamus. That's how young I am. And then to move on to be a friend and a colleague and a mentor. So I'm delighted to be here tonight. So I brought some friends. That's Derek Kremen over there from Cork on keyboards. The lovely Derek Kremen. Here on bass guitar, all the way from North County. He's a Northsider, Shay. One of Ireland's greatest bass players, Mr. Tony Malloy. From France via Kerry, through the concert orchestra in Dublin, and now an Irish citizen for a long time, Mr. Sebastian Petier on everything, violin. From Leeds, Guy Rickaby on drums, one of the greatest drummers. And here you've been hearing them all night. One of Ireland's, if not Ireland's, greatest tenor sax player, alto sax player, keyboard, Derek O'Connor, ladies and gentlemen, one of my great friends here. Certified reviewers. That's the band, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thanks, Shane.
As you know, tonight's proceeds will go to the Irish Foundation for Parkinson's, which is I've had it for 15 years now. For anybody who has Parkinson's, it's not easy for themselves or their families and they haven't had a new drug for 30 years. So anybody who can do anything, get out there, get your laboratory kit out tonight, see, can you come up with something new? I've been a hypochondriac since I was 1. In fact, our family motto is I demand a fifth opinion. And we're not like normal family. We don't keep photograph albums. We just hold on to the x-rays. John McColgan has been such an influence in my life. He's been such a rare friend to me. And he did the greatest favour ever to me when he put the Wireman on this very stage. It was a dream come true for me. And a culmination of finding my father and my mother again in a story and a setting that was fitting for them. And the only other man that comes close to equaling him for having influence on me is a man who lives in Ashbourne, but he's very seldom there because he's all over the world because he's a superstar. I'm talking about my great friend, Johnny Logan. You're a sympathy invite.
I like this.
You flew in from Denmark, especially.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't miss this. Yeah, I'm back in Munich tomorrow.
In Munich?
Yeah, you get rid of me again.
Yeah. And tell me, how are things?
They're great. I've got my band is over in Denmark, and they're all Danish lads, and do a lot of work. I just finished touring with Robert Wells and the Diablo Symphony Orchestra, doing the Rhapsody in Rock tour. And I'm doing the Jose Carreras TV show in December and some other shows in Austria. I have a gig in Switzerland next week as well.
Do you ever get tired of being Johnny Logan?
I've never been Johnny Logan. I've always been Sean O'Hagan.
Yeah. Ah! What are you going to see for this?
I keep on, the whole show, I've been running at the back to the stage door all the time because I think I'm about to sing. I'm going to sing, of course. It's your show, like I'm going to sing What's Another Year, the song I know. Some memories in this building. I've been waiting such a long time, looking out for you, but you're not here. What's another year? I've been waking such a long time, reaching out for you, but you're not near. What's another year? What's another year to someone who's lost everything they owns? And what's another year to someone who's getting used to being alone? I've been praying such a long time, and that's the only way I can hide my fear. What's another year, Doc, you're up? What's another year? What's another year to someone who's lost everything that he owns? What's another year to someone who's getting used to being alone? I've been crying such a long time, with such a lot of pain in every tear. Tell me now, what's another year? What's another year? What's another year?
keeps moving by. Time keeps moving by. It's another year. Tick tock, tick tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tock, tick tick tock, tick tick tock, tick tick tock, tick 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 tock, tock tock tock. What's another year? That one in The Hague in the Netherlands, in Holland, and next year the Eurovision is being held in the Netherlands again. And that's 40 years exactly later, so you never know what might happen. No, I'm not, no, that's not going to happen. So they don't have a white suit that would fit me anymore. Anyway, it's lovely to be back in here, this, especially, of course, for Shay. I mean, we soldiered through after 1980, the good and bad times, and I fell in love with the man over the years, not just with his spirit, with him as a person. He's been a good friend. He talked me into doing the Eurovision in '87 when I sang Hold Me Now. I didn't want to do that, but tonight is not about me, although it's kind of weird. I mean, Jimmy Smith, the finest guitar player we've ever had come from Ireland. It's only my lines. These musicians on stage, the doc. Anyway, it wouldn't be proper to sing What's Another Year without doing the B-side of What's Another Year for Shay, because this is one of my favourite Shay Healy songs. Yeah. Nice little surprise at the end of this as well, I hope. Yeah. Thanks, Phil. You were a one-night stand. It just got out of hand. You didn't leave when you woke up the way that I had it planned. I've never been in love, so how was I to know you could open up my heart, let my feelings show? And now you mess me up, and now you got me hooked. I seem to see your face everywhere I look. I spend my nights and days telling everyone you have taken a lie out of life. Show me the truth, there really is something called love. So what gave you the right to walk into my life? Don't you know the change in me is changing black to white? I never thought that I needed anyone, but in the space of one short night, you got my heart on the run. And now you mess me up, and now you got me hooked. I seem to see your face everywhere I look. I spend my nights and days telling everyone you have taken a lie out of life and show me the truth. There really is something called love. Doc on the sax. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow. And now you mess me up. And now you mess me up. And now you got me hooked. Cut me loose. I seem to see your face. Seem to see your face. Everywhere I look. Everywhere I look. I spend my nights and days. Spend my nights and days. Telling everyone. Telling everyone. You have taken a lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Lisa.
Thank you.
What a beautiful singer as well. Beautiful. Yeah. You have to sing what I sing. I'll show you. Yeah. To the D. And now you mess me up.
And now you mess me up.
And now you got me hooked.
And now you got me hooked.
Seem to see your face.
Seem to see your face.
Everywhere I look.
Everywhere I look.
I spend my nights and days.
Spend my nights and days.
Telling everyone.
Telling everyone.
You have taken a lie out of life. Show me the truth. There really is something called love. Dublin and Ireland's 12 points. Really is something called love.
That voice has not diminished one little bit since 1980. It's as pure and as wonderful as it ever was.
Wonderful. Johnny Logan, ladies and gentlemen. Shay, I feel humbled and privileged to be out with you to do a song with you now that I think is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. I'm not very religious, but I am spiritual, and I wonder, will I see my mum and my dad again? What happens when we're gone? And Shay, I think, has written the most beautiful song that captures for me, through his eyes, the magic of what it is, where we go, what we do. And this is a special song. You want to dedicate this tonight?
I want to dedicate it to them now. And before we sing it, I just want to thank all of you, everybody who's here tonight, and the crew, the musicians, the singers, and you, the audience, for coming and being part of this. It's a very special occasion. And to do that, where we are, I was 50 great years with you.
Yeah. All right. This is beautiful. It's a song called When You Become Stardust Too. When my life is over, I become a bit of stardust, way up in the heavens, out beyond the blue. And if you want to see me, just look into the night sky. You will see me shining, smiling down on you.
Stars were made to wish on, so make your wish upon me. I'll do all I can to make your dreams come true. But dry away your tears now, our souls will go forever. And maybe we will meet again when you become stardust too.
Every life's a story,
and mine is no exception.
I've known some great adventures
and lots of ups and downs.
When destiny came calling, she knew just where to find me. I was always in the back room, laughing with the clowns, and in my role as jester, I hope that I amused you, as along the way we shared a smile or two. But dry away your tears now, our souls go on forever, and maybe we will meet again when you become stardust too. Take it away, Doc. Memories are precious. I hope that you remember our happy times together with family around. I found my special calling in writing songs and stories, trying to match the right word with the perfect sound. If there's a choir of angels, I know that we join them, and I sing out my harmonies the way I do. Dry away your tears now, our souls go on forever, and maybe we will meet again when you become stardust too. Dry away your tears now, our souls go on forever, and maybe we will meet again when you become stardust too. Shay Healy, ladies and gentlemen. Shay Healy. Shay. Hold the lights, let them see those people standing.
I got good news for you. If anybody wants to shake hands with me later, you don't have to hold out your hand, I'll do the shaking.
Please welcome Mr. John McColgan.
Alrighty, I'm here for everybody on stage, all the performers, the band, Jimmy Smith, Angus, who did such a great job, and I just want to mention Julian Erskine, my dear friend, executive producer. This couldn't have happened without, and you know, there's so much love in the room tonight, which is, it's a bit of a cliche, but it doesn't often or very often happen in your life. And I think all of you felt it, and all of the artists on stage felt it. The love for Shay, and Shay deserves it, and Shay appreciates it.
So, we're going to turn up the house lights a little bit. We're going to give your forming part or becoming part of this song, which Shay wrote as a parody. So all the artists on stage.
And I'd like to point out to Shay that I am from the north side. Our cars might be shite, but we own them ourselves.
My God made Dublin. He made the north side first. And when he had finished, he had a look and he said, well, I made the right bollocks of that. So when he made the south side, he took great care. And then he said, wait a second, I can't have that awful north side up against my lovely south side. I'll have to put in some kind of separator. So he said, I know what I'll do. I'll put a river in there. And I'll take the L from my lovely south side. And I'll take Liffey from the north side. And I'll put them together. And I'll call it the River Liffey. Cross over at your peril. Jody left his home way out in Bray. He thought he'd go to Dublin for the day.
Yeah.
He fell asleep, woke with a shock to find Kilbarrack was his next stop. He said, hey lads, I'm lost on the north side. Yeah! Oh lads, I'm lost on the north side. girl from Cabra West. With his old man's car, she was impressed. But the last joyriders came, now the BMW ain't the same. They said, hey, chaps, take a drive on the north side.
Up the north side.
Hey, bud, we go fast on the north side. And the joyriders go, beep, 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 out the Gaiety, beep, 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 out the Gaiety, beep, 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 out the Gaiety. Tony went to a dance out in Portmarnock. He thought he'd show them how they dance in Foxrock. But he nearly wound up dead, cause a great big bouncer, he gave him head. He said, hey babe, stitch down on the north side. Hey Candy, take a hike from the north side. Candy was a bank clerk in Dunleary, where everyone's a junkie or a fairy. They transferred her to Ballymun, now I hear she's taking Valium. She says, hey girls, take a bit from the north side. I'm not cutting the beaten ribbons over there. On the north side. Mary, she was such a silly girl. Brilliant. She got caught up in the social world. Now her Irish eyes are shining bright, cause she's sticking coke up her nose all night. She said, hey babe, a bit of fire's good for you, you know. Especially if you're over here on the north side. And the joyriders go. Beep, 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 at the Gaiety. Take these chains from my tires and set me free. Take these chains from my tires and set me free. Where men are men at the age of 10 on the north side, and the women don't take it lying down on the north side. They got the airport over there on the north side. The roundabout of Coolock, that's on the north side. Glasnevin Cemetery, that's on the north side. You're from the north side.
I'm from the north side of me.
I'm from the north side.
I'm going to move to the north side. But it wouldn't be cool to leave the south side, because we got class over here on the south side. We got beautiful ass of two genders over here on the south side. And we're into art over here on the south side. We don't smell when we fart over here on the south side. I'm going to stay on the south side. I'm going to stay